I would request the chair, Shri KPS Gill ji, to address the session.
He, along with his 2 or 3 workers, saw to it that all the cars are returned, except 1 or 2 which he could not return. And then he says they burned those cars and they destroyed my garage. And now they have made a temple on top of that piece of land. I said, temple to whom? He says, Sai Baba. I said, which Sai Baba? He says, I don't know. I said, there is the old Sai Baba who was at Shirdi, and there's the new Sai Baba who was still alive at that time. So he couldn't tell me. So we went, we saw it was a temple to, the small little temple to Shirdi Sai Baba. So we removed that and we gave him back his plot of land. I mean, look at the commitment of that motor mechanic to his work, and look at his response to something so life-destroying. His mode of earning is destroyed. And the last incident I'll quote was from Godhra. While I was there, I decided to go to Godhra and see what is this whole thing about. I told the DC and the SP that we'll have a peace meeting. So we went there, and I found there's a big room, and on one side the Hindus are sitting, on the other side the Muslims are sitting. I said, this way we can't have a peace meeting. I want alternately all of you to sit. Fortunately, everyone agreed. There was one gentleman from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He was a little reluctant, but then I was younger, much younger. Seeing my size, he agreed to sit next to this. So it was the day of Eid. I said, today is Eid, and it is customary that on the day of Eid, friends meet and embrace each other. Now, will you kindly all stand up and embrace each other? So everyone stood up. I'm talking of Godhra. Everyone stood up and embraced each other. And the atmosphere in the room changed. We formed committees. I said Hindus will patrol the Muslim areas, Muslims will patrol the Hindu areas. Now this act, we are discussing this act. This act, people don't live together because law compels them to live together. They live together either because of necessity or choice. What is this law? The post-independence laws are unenforceable and unworkable. About terrorism, Congress made a law called TADA, Terrorist Activities and whatever, Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act. I don't know how many sections and how many pages. The British law was not terrorism. At that time, terrorism did not exist. But they had said that whoever belongs to a gang of thugs will be punishable by this. You have a section saying, this is terrorism, whoever belongs to a gang of terrorists will be punished this way. So then that act was allowed to lapse, and POTA was brought. Same, again, so many pages on this. One was the Congress Act, one was the BJP Act. My feeling is, you want this country to advance and advance at the rate of 15% or whatever, make it illegal to have any religious parties. To mention the word religion in any activity whatsoever. Abolish the Akalis, abolish the Muslim League, abolish the BJP, abolish the communal aspects of the Congress party, have a secular polity. We are the ones who are now reviving the two-nation theory by these acts. This is the height of foolishness. It is not, this does not stop riots. This does not. My first posting was to a district where the population was 39% Muslims. I was sent there because there were riots there for 2 years, intermittent. I stayed there for 3.5 years. There was not a single riot. And we did not use the law. We used the technique of bringing people together. I went to a village, there was a riot, in between was a river. There was this Hindu section. I said, why are you here at night? Oh, the Muslims are going to attack them. I said, they have been living with you for the last hundreds of years. Why should they attack you? No, they are going to attack us. So I left them there. I said, okay. I went around. There was no bridge on the river. I went around, went to the Muslim section. I said, why are you here? What are you doing? Oh, Hindus are going to attack us. Why are they going to attack us? No, they will attack us. I said, come with me. I took 20 of their main leaders, and there was a railway bridge. We walked across the railway bridge. I asked the constables to put their torches on myself so that people know that I am a police officer. When the two communities met face to face, they recognized each other. And all that suspicion, all that hostility vanished. They were friends again. And that process, I see it. We are working in villages of UP. In spite of the political this thing, in spite of all this, that process is happening in this country. Somebody said, I think you said, that the Muslims of India look up to Pakistan. That is not a fact. That is not a fact at all. I don't know. I have not come across one Muslim who has a desire to shift to Pakistan today. When the riots in Gujarat took place 10 years back, people went to different parts of India. No Muslim went across the border to Pakistan. We have developed, fixed this thing. Today people want to earn and living better. During the riots in Gujarat, one mechanical engineer came to me. He said, I taught myself, I was working on the railway station, I taught myself engineering. I worked, and through hard work, I shifted to a better locality, which was a Hindu locality. Now my house has been burnt. I was sending my children to school. They are afraid to go to school. What do they do? When we consider this country from the river Ravi to beyond Brahmaputra on the other side, we have to consider that there is something innate in this country. There is something unifying which works its own magic. And this act, like all acts, will be unenforceable. People will be arrested, reports will be submitted, but people will move on their own. You go to Chandni Chowk, that crowded area, do you stop there to find out who's a Muslim, who's a... Sometimes I take foreigners to that place. I said, if I mark off this area with all the people in it for 1 kilometer, you will probably find all the religions in the world here. That is India. And let's not destroy that. Let not these people destroy it, and let not any of us destroy it. Thank you.